Are you going to finish your lunch, or are you just going to stare at that thing all day?
Jeffrey, this is going to be the answer to the future, I'm telling you. Look, this is the projection my mother worked out for the coming year, and my job description, and a ballpark salary figure. But look at this. What do you think?
Yeah, well, our still mother's playing with the major leagues here. But tell me, what does she say about you fitting into all of that?
Well, she thinks that I'm the perfect candidate for the job.
Well, for the record, so do I. But, of course, what we feel isn't nearly as important as what you might feel.
Truth?
Truth.
I want it so bad I can taste it. Jeffrey, I have been going stir-crazy, sitting around doing nothing with my time. I want to make a contribution somewhere.
But, you know, you are carrying our child. That's no small accomplishment.
Baby, I know it's not. And you know how I feel. Listen, you and this baby are the most important things in my life right now. And I really believe that if there's some happiness in my work, it can only spill over into our happiness, right? So if I take this job, why not? It makes everything happy. Yeah?
Well, well, well. Sure, it figures all the time. The father's always the last to know. All right, what did I overhear about a job now? Come on, I can take it. And what unscrupulous headhunter has lured you away from the charms of your father? I think I have my answer. Such as it is, if you'll all excuse me.
Daddy, wait.
Hi, it's just me checking in.
Cruzy, where you been? I've been jumping out of my skin waiting for you to call.
You got a problem?
Do I have a problem? I'm sitting here playing nursemaid to a bag of bleached out old bones. Do I have a problem?
You're not getting spooked on me now, are you, Pearl?
Oh, who, me? Oh, no way. Me and Mr. Bones here, we're just having a high old time.
Well, not to break up a beautiful relationship, but I think I found a new home for our friend in a bank.
Oh, thank you, Lord, thank you. What'd you do? You take out a CD, as in calcium deposit?
Oh, calcium deposit. You know, you're starting to worry me, Pearl. I got a safe deposit box, and I think he'll fit in there.
Great. Just make sure we got the only key. I mean, I'd hate to have it on my conscience that we gave some sweet old lady a heart attack when she went to visit her stocks and bonds and opened up the wrong box. Our box, by mistake.
Well, why don't you let me worry about that, okay?
Suits me just fine. Just as long as I don't have to spend one more evening alone with these things.
Okay, calm down. Now, you just hang in there for a little while, and I'll be over there as soon as I can, all right?
All right.
Okay, bye. Oh.
Well, you're going out? You just got home.
I didn't know you were here. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I got an errand to run, but I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, well, I took a phone call for you earlier when you were out.
Anything important?
Something about some bone that you're having tests run in Chicago. Does this have anything to do with my father and the Hal Clark investigation?
I'm afraid it does. That bone was from a male human, and I found it underneath your father's boathouse.
Oh, shin bones connect to the thigh bones connect to the hip bones connect to the... Who am I kidding? I need a beer! Well, that would be decidedly uncool. No. What if these same thieves set upon me in the middle of the night? I need a clear head to be able to defend myself. What I need is milk! Good, sweet moo juice for good, clean, white teeth, and good, strong, real bones. There it is, with the bones again. I don't need that stuff. What I need is another job.
It's me.
Who's there?
Rita, come on, open the door.
Why?
What? I said open the door.
What for?
What for? How about some company, conversation, a little lunch? Come on.
Lunch? I'm not hungry.
I'm starving. We had a date. Come on, would you open? You can leave me out here in the hallway all day long. Come on, open up.
You sure you're alone?
Yes, I'm alone.
Come Come on in, quick.
And Nancy sent their regrets, but they had to get back to the White House.
Funny.
Of course I'm alone.
Very
What is
funny.
going on around here?
Keep your voice down. I hate to say this, but your timing's a little off. You see, I got a problem.
Yeah, I got a problem, too. You're ready for sushi, and here I am with pastrami and rice.
Oh, what would you say if I'm involved in a very important investigation? If I told you that, huh?
Oh, yeah, what kind of investigation?
I can't tell you. It's top secret.
Okay. This top secret assignment or investigation, whatever it is just some sort of elaborate scheme to try to get rid of me. Okay.
Oh, no. What would I want to do something like that for?
I don't know, Pearl. I'm just a little slow sometimes, you know me. She's probably in the bathroom right now, right?
In the what?
This gorgeous brunette is in your bathroom.
No, I would
I'll go.
never... No, please, don't go. I would never break a date with you, except if it was for a very important reason. I'm concerned about your safety.
Wait a minute, you're serious, aren't you? You're in some kind of trouble, aren't you, Pearl?
Nothing I can't handle.
Hey, are you trying to tell me this has something to do with that false alarm you got about Johnny's last night?
Somebody wanted me out of there last night. Really bad.
Why?
Because I got something that they want.
Are you telling me somebody broke in here last night while you were gone?
I can't prove it, but I know one thing for sure. They didn't get what they came for.
Wait until you see what I got us for dinner. What are you doing?
I was just putting away these things that Caleb gave me and got some other stuff.
You know, I always wondered what was in this old green chest.
Well, come on over here and satisfy your curiosity. I don't think it means anything to anybody else, any of this stuff.
Well, what kind of stuff is it?
Stuff from Vietnam. Ghosts, mostly.
This is a citation for valor. A Purple Heart?
Mm-hmm. There's probably another one in there somewhere.
Well, what was this one for? What's it like?
It's like the past. There's things you remember you can't believe you ever lived through. And there's other things that weren't so bad. They even seem beautiful. Places you'd like to see again. Faces you'll never forget. But all of that is in my past. I can put it all behind me now. Come here. Thank you.
Thank you for what?
I don't know, for giving me the strength to go through all of that, go to the reunion. Just for loving me and for being here.
Well, that's easy. There is no place I would rather be.
Mm-hmm. Go away.
Brother good. Brother good. Okay.
Hello.
Kane, is that you?
Major Hamilton?
I guess you're surprised to hear from me again so soon.
Yeah, well, a little. How are things in D.C.?
I'm not in D.C. I'm right here in Santa Barbara.
So you think that the bones you uncovered at the boathouse are directly connected to the Hal Clark case?
I think it's a possibility. That's why I'm having forensics run tests.
And if your suspicions are correct, I would imagine this isn't just going to be a missing persons file, right? It's going to mushroom into a full-blown murder investigation, and if A leads to B, I got a pretty good idea who your prime suspect's going to be.
Wait a second. It's way too early in the game to be rounding up suspects.
Well, that's not stopping anybody. You and everybody else are implicating my father.
I'm not implicating anybody. All we have so far is an old bag of bones with no positive ID. Now, even if they do turn out to have been Hal Clark's, there's no determination yet of the cause of death. This may not even turn out to be a case for the district attorney.
Cruz, come on. Those bones didn't walk to the boathouse all by themselves. Somebody who put them there obviously had a lot to hide. This does not look good for my father, does it?
Just because the boathouse is on your father's property does not make him guilty.
No, of course it doesn't. But it's not the way everybody else sees it. If the press doesn't pick up on it, Keith and Gina are going to sniff it out and have a field day, even if he was just trying to protect somebody.
Like Pamela.
Yes. All right, fine. I know that you think I'm just grasping onto anything just to make you believe my father didn't have anything to do with this.
You know, it is possible this is going to work out in your father's favor.
And how's that?
Well, maybe the tests I'm running are going to prove that he's innocent.
Or they confirm he's guilty.
Honestly, СиСи, I cannot believe the unmitigated nerve of that woman.
You still talking about Sophia, I take it?
Well, who else? I just hope that Kelly has the good sense to see her mother's silly scam here and refuses to have anything to do with Armani Industries.
Let me tell you something. I don't like Kelly working for Sophia any more than you do, but she's a grown woman, free to make her own choice whether we approve of it or not.
How can you say that? Your own daughter just going right over to the enemy's side. And don't you believe for one moment that Sophia doesn't know exactly what she's doing. I can see her right now preparing to grandstand in the courthouse, gathering her children right at her skirts. And it's nothing more than a silly little campaign to bleed you dry.
Oh, my God. Not everybody thinks like you do, for crying out loud. My wife may be a lot of things, but certainly not going to use my own children to hurt me.
Honestly, you men are so naive. Kelly's been working for you for the last few months. Have you forgotten that?
And Jeffrey has been working for you, so what?
Well, that was just evening the score. But right now, things are decidedly out of hand, and if you're not going to do anything about it, I am.
So that's the sales pitch. That's it. I've had a lot of time to work on it since you turned me down the last time. And I hope it worked in my favor.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm impressed.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Spoken like a true son-in-law. She's the one we have to convince.
Mama, don't worry. You are nothing but persuasive.
All right, you're still holding back. What is it? Is it the salary? We can discuss
No,
that.
no. Money is not the issue.
Then what is? You know that you're more than qualified for this job.
I think СиСи has something to do with it.
He has everything to do with it. Mother, you saw the look on his face. He acted like I stabbed him in the back or something.
Well, you were working for him not too long ago.
Yes, well, that was different. Then my parents weren't in a divorce court.
All right, Kelly, in his defense, I think you're underestimating his feelings for you. I don't think if you come to work for my company, he'll believe you're taking sides. But you have to do what's best for you. And I have to go back to work. Look, let's you and I talk again, please. Just, take a little while to think about it. I really need you on my team. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Hey, I think you need this job just as much as Sophia needs you right now.
Well, I'm starting to think that my needs aren't the only consideration here. There's you.
You have my blessing.
And the baby.
Built-in grandmother babysitting service over there.
And that look on my father's face.
Yeah, well, that one surpasses even my snappy repartee.
Well, then what good are you?
What good am I? I will hold your hand, stand by you, and love you otherwise for the rest of your born days. So whatever you decide, the first time you come dragging through that front door, waving your briefcase, cursing the rush hour traffic, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Ooh, what a romantic you are, you know that?
Yeah, I know. And look, as far as ТиДжея is concerned, there are other ways, perhaps, of checking up on him.
You have a plan?
Always, my love. Always.
What did Major Hamilton want?
He's here in Santa Barbara on business, and he wants to see me later.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, great.
Well, you don't sound very enthusiastic. Are you going to go see him?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Well, why not?
Well, why not? As I've just spent the better part of the past few days with his Hemingway men being men thing, and I've heard him tell his war stories. I heard him tell my war stories. I think enough's enough.
Well, look, Kay, maybe he doesn't want to talk about old times. Maybe he's here for business and not pleasure.
Then why did he insist on me bringing you?
Me?
Yeah, as in us, as in you and me.
Well, he was probably just being polite. I mean, he knows that the two of us are together, so he
No, I
wanted
don't
to
think
include
so.
him.
I don't think so. Good old Phil was not one to stand on protocol. And if he's doing this, it means something.
Well, that's all the more reason to go. I mean, I, for one, cannot wait to see what this is all about.
I mean it, man. Either you get your bones over here, or my bones is out of here.
I got delayed, man. Just give me a little while, okay?
No way, Cruzy. Either these bones go, or I do.
Oh, 20 minutes, all right? I'll be there. Okay, bye. Listen, I've got to get over and help Pearl out for a few minutes. I'll be back in a little while, okay?
He's not the only one in trouble, you know.
I know, but there's nothing we can do to help your father until we get those test results back. And I got a feeling if I don't get over there and put the fire out with Pearl, things might get a little rougher for your father later on.
What does Pearl have to do with my father?
I don't have time to explain it right now. I'll be back.
Well, trust me.
I trust you. No, you know me better than that. I just ask you to trust me on this, okay?
Sometimes you ask too much.
I'm sorry. Actually, I have to ask you one more thing. I think it's important that we keep our mouths shut about this. This is between you and me. We don't tell anybody else what we know happened down at the boathouse, all right? It'd be difficult, but I think until we get the test results back, we don't know who our friends are.
My father is innocent.
Hold that thought. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you, too.
Got a minute?
Hey, yeah, for my partner, come on in.
More like absentee partner. I've been trying to track you down all day.
Guilty as charged, guilty as charged. I was going to check in with you at the end of the day, but all the work here just sort of got away from me.
No, look, I'm not checking up on you or anything. I just wanted to give you a little bit of good news.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Well, my agent got a call from a big ad agency in New York, and they're starting this huge campaign, and they're looking for somebody for the job, and guess who got it?
The kid?
Yeah.
All right, man, that's great.
Yeah, listen, it's not just a one-shot deal either. I mean, it's a big national launch. I mean, it's a big, giant thing, TV, commercials, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's great. It's probably going to tie me up for 6 months or more, so I'm going to have to relocate to New York City.
New York, huh?
Yep.
The Apple, man, that's great. That's not going to be too bad. New York's a hell of a town.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear things are finally starting to break for you.
Yeah, looks that way, doesn't it?
And don't worry about the lair. It's cool. I'll take care of it. It'll be no problem. And, I don't know, if it gets a little hassle down the way, I'll hire somebody to sort of be a temporary replacement until you get back.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, running a nightclub single-handedly is going to be kind of a tough job, and I could use the seed money to get rolling in New York, and, well, I was thinking more along the lines of selling the place.
Selling it? What the hell are you talking about, man? We just turned it around, so it's starting to make some money.
Come on, ТиДжея. I mean, it's not as if you need the work or the money. I mean, around here, looks like you got it pretty easy, doesn't it? If you know what I mean.
No, actually, Jake, I don't know what you mean.
Well, look, it's not as if, you know, you have a lot of business experience and you're just cruising down Easy Street here.
That's what you think this is? Some kind of a free ride here, huh? Look, let me tell you something, man. You keep looking at me And you think you know who I am and what makes me tick? So you just sit back and you judge me. You know something, pal? You don't know anything about me. And let me tell you something else. I don't really give a damn what you think.
Ahoy!
Oh, you were on your way out. We were just coming in.
Yeah, our timing as usual is impeccable.
Well, what's up?
Nothing. That's what we can come back later.
Yeah.
No. We've got a minute. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, listen, if this concerns business, why don't I go on ahead to the restaurant and I'll meet you there?
Good idea.
Right?
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Nice
sure?
seeing you again.
You too.
Hey,
Thank
come on.
you. Sorry about that.
You guys sit down.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
What can I do for you?
We are here to ask you if you would conduct a confidential investigation for us. It's fairly delicate, this one.
Yeah, well, what do you need?
Whatever information you can come up with on a Mr. T.J. Daniels.
TJ? Personal? Professional?
Both, pretty much. See, he just started working for Armani Industries, and with my mother.
And you want to make sure he is who he says he is?
Yeah.
Well, it should be fairly easy, although most companies will do that. They'll conduct some sort of investigation on their own.
Yeah, I know that. I think there's a little more to this than that.
It involves family.
Oh. Well, look, if it involves family, why don't you take it to Cruise?
Because we thought he was too close to the situation to be impartial, and we knew we could count on you for just a quick and unbiased report.
Well, I'll try. Look, I do have to ask you a question, though. I ask it of all my clients. Are you sure you want to know the truth? I mean, do you want me to tell you whatever I find, good or bad?
That's why we're here, yeah.
Because most people think they want to know the truth, but they don't, actually. And when I hit them with it, they realize they were better off not knowing.
Well, I think we're just going to have to take that chance.
Hello, baby.
Hi. Oh, I thought you were alone. I can leave and come.
No. You stay right here. You stay right here.
No, please, come in. I was just leaving anyway. Why, you look lovely, dear.
Thank you.
СиСи, give me a call later.
Mm-hmm. You're the only one of my children left who still come to visit me.
I'd like to visit you. And because I had to ask you some questions and get some answers.
Okay.
About Hal Clark and how he died.
Why can't the past just go into the past and stay there?
Maybe it will when the truth is finally told.
I told you the truth. I told you everything I know. I haven't done anything wrong.
Daddy, I want to believe you.
Then just believe me. All you're hearing, people just talking.
Cruz went to the boathouse, and he found some bones. Human bones, Daddy.
I wonder why he didn't tell me about that.
Because he didn't want to hear any more lies. Cruz wanted to believe you when you said that the explosion at the boathouse was just an accident.
Baby, I explained how that accident happened. Whether or not you believe it's true is not as important as the fact that you know me. Do you think I'm capable of murder?
No, of course not. But I do think you're capable of protecting somebody. Daddy, I love you. And I don't know what I would do if I lost you. I don't think I could handle that.
Sweetheart, you are never, ever going to lose me. Just things seem to have gotten out of control somewhat. I smell the fine hand of a Timmons and Gina beneath all that debris. But I promise you it's all going to work out. In the end, it really will.
Just as long as I know you're not involved.
I give you my word.
What's this?
That? Well, I was hoping to save the worst for last. That's our latest financial report.
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad.
Oh, well, you should know, darling. I mean, thanks to you, this company's been left in the lurch. I mean, look at those figures. We're off 40% of our financial projections.
What, this is my fault?
Oh, no, darling, of course not. Well, not entirely. But the financial reverses, coupled with your untimely departure from the company, hasn't exactly boosted us into the Fortune 500.
Mother, you're hardly a pauper.
Not yet. And if we act quickly, if we all get behind, you know, we might be able to recoup some of our financial losses.
You know, all these possessive pronouns are starting to make me a little uneasy. Tell me something. Just exactly how do you propose to accomplish this stunning financial reversal?
Well, naturally, darling, I was hoping that. And
counting on my returning to the fold, yes. I see it. Mother and son together again, the dynamic duo, huh?
Oh, what an amazing ego you do have, darling. Do you know that? I mean, what would really be wrong with the idea of you coming back to work?
Ah! Fancy you actually having said that.
Darling, would it really be so terrible?
God, living in this family is like playing hopscotch in a bloody minefield. Everywhere you turn, there's another potential disaster in the making.
Oh, come on, darling. It's being a bit melodramatic.
Okay, listen to me. You knew the reasons why I left. They still haven't changed. Now, if I came back to work for you, it would be hell for my marriage, not to mention what it would do to Kelly's family.
I see. Well, it's somewhat reassuring to know you still have some sort of family feeling left. Although it's a pity you can't muster up some of that same family obligation for your own flesh and blood.
Honey.
Look out, you coming over too?
I looked for you at the restaurant, but you had already gone.
Well, I just wasn't as young as I thought I was, that's all.
Is that because of me? Because of the possibility that I may be working for Mother?
Nothing to do with that.
Daddy, I saw the look on your face when Mama came back to the table. You just didn't give me a chance to explain to you.
Honey, you don't have to explain your motives to me.
I know I don't have to. Daddy, I haven't even decided yet if I'm going to take this job. But if I do decide, I just want you to understand that it has nothing to do with what's going on with you and Mama.
I know that, kitten.
Well, I guess I just wanted to be reassured that I had your blessing.
Baby, you don't have to ask that. You always have my love and my blessing. All I care about is you being happy. Look, why don't you go? And I gotta go make some phone calls and take care of a few things. I'll see you in a while.
You can't say it. You can't say it. Try it, okay? You did it. I can't believe it. It's a herb. An herb that we, well, they find in Korea. Well, I found it in Korea.
Is this a private party, or can anyone join?
Oh, there you are. What took you so long?
I got hung up with business, but you two seem to be doing just fine.
Oh, we were just discussing some business ourselves, weren't we, Andrea?
Really?
Yes, you will never guess in a million years. Philip has just offered me a job.
Will you relax? I tell you, I was only gone for a few minutes at a time.
Yeah, come on, open the door, man.
Come on. Cozy, I'm telling you, nobody got in here. You don't think I checked to make sure?
You should have called, man. You got a key for this thing?
Sure, I got a key. Do I have a key? I didn't want to cause you any grief, you know? I came in here, everything looked kosher. I mean, there wasn't anything to show that anybody had been in here.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, man.
Why? What? Some total stranger came in here? Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell a secret room? No way. I mean, even if he did find the place, how's he gonna get through the double lock? You tell me. How? With a, what, a nuclear arsenal? And you see this? You see how I wrapped this bag? Anybody touches this bag, I got this from a Sherlock Holmes short story. Anybody touches it, I'll know they did it. Pretty smart, huh? Pretty smart.
Yeah, that was pretty smart. In fact, that was unbelievably smart.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump on you with both feet, all right?
Look, I was the one who was out of line.
You're not gonna be the first one, believe me. I don't know, I just figured we're pals, and, I thought you, of all people, would know, where I was coming from.
I'm not sure I get the connection.
Well, you make your living by selling your looks, right? I mean, your appearance. Haven't you ever had anybody just sort of look at you and judge you by that alone on face value?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess, all the time.
Well, see, so you can put yourself in my place. I mean, that's one thing that nobody seems to get about me. I've worked hard for everything I've gotten all my life. I've never gotten a free handout or a free lunch. I mean, I never got a chance to go to school. My education was on the street. I had to learn to think quick, be sharp on my feet. I mean, if things got tough, I'd feed my old man and my old lady on practically nothing. That used to make me feel real good. I mean, it's not like I hate hard work. As a matter of fact, I really like it. So it kind of gets to me when if my personal life takes a certain direction. By the way, my personal life is nobody else's business but my own. There's no way I'm going to give up all the stuff I've worked so hard to get.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were busy. Hi, Jake.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
I just wanted to know if you would take a look at this. Tell me what you think. I need your input.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll get out right away.
No, there's no rush. Take your time whenever you have a minute.
Okay,
See
babe.
you later.
Bye. I see, man. There's no way Sophia is my ticket to anywhere, especially when work's concerned. And if you think that kind of stuff, you're cheapening her. You're also cheapening the way I feel about her.
What are you doing?
I'm talking to the Baba. I'm warning him about my mother, giving him a chance to turn back while there's still time.
What, she really wants you back that badly?
Oh, God. It's pathetic. She was desperate, waving pieces of paper in front of my face to try and convince me that if I didn't come back to work, the company would go under, you know?
What? Is it that bad?
Oh, hardly. I think she's just a little bit vulnerable right now. It's a way of trying to hook us. I also think that it might have something to do with the possibility of your going to work for Sophia.
Well, what did you tell her?
What could I tell her? A reasonably firm but diplomatic no.
Well, that probably wasn't very easy for you or her, was it?
No, it wasn't. But, I mean, she bought this one on herself, you know. God knows I love her. I love her dearly. But I have just never known someone who needs so much reassuring and so much to be loved and yet makes everything else pale in comparison.
Well, let me tell you, I think that runs in the family. Daddy is the same way.
I don't think it's quite the same thing. I mean, your father, he's always had the love of his family to fall back on. My mother, she's never known that kind of security. Which is why I think she's always been so obsessed with СиСи.
You know something? I feel sorry for her.
So do I. I mean, despite everything she's done to try and win your father back, there's something very, very sad about it all, you know?
Boy, I'll tell you, we have got one hell of a family tree between the two of us, don't we?
Tell me about it. Twisted roots and all.
Speaking of which, I had a talk with my father today that was probably about as much fun as yours with Pamela.
Was he rough on you?
Oh, no, I wish he had been rough. I wish he'd ranted and raved and just jumped up and down. He stood there, looked completely resigned, and asked me to do whatever was going to make me happy.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
No, it's not good, Jeffrey. There's something wrong. I mean, that is not like Daddy to give in so easily.
Well, maybe he just decided not to fight, you know, just to cut his losses without the battle.
Well, that's what frightens me so much. I think Daddy's given up.
Well, today has been an absolute disaster from start to finish. First, Jeffrey informs me in no uncertain terms will come back to work for me. I don't suppose you've heard anything about what Kelly's plans are.
Forget about it, Pamela.
Forget about it? Well, I certainly won't, if you really intend to
I
sit around.
said forget about it. We have more pressing problems to worry about. Or don't you care about the fact that Kruz has been poking around the boathouse? You see, he's found Hal Clark's remains.
Hi. Did you take care of Pearl's crisis?
No, I got there too late. Now we have a real problem on our hands.
Well, I hope what I'm going to tell you isn't going to make you feel worse.
Don't tell me.
I went to see my father when you were gone.
You what?
Well, I had to see him about, I knew all these things that you had said, and I just wanted to confront him. And I know that if you were there and you were to listen to him, you would know he had nothing to do with the bones that you found.
Eden, you told him?
I told him. But I know, I promised I wouldn't say anything, but it was a promise I couldn't keep. He deserves to know.
You know, believe it or not, I might have had good reasons for wanting to keep this quiet. Now I'm going to have a hell of a time keeping your father out of this.
But why?
Because the damn bones have been stolen.
The task of reuniting Asian children with their American families is a formidable one. So I want to begin by establishing centers in every major city in the States, starting right here in Santa Barbara.
And that is where I would come in. I'd be in charge of the center here, coordinating the searches for people and putting families in touch with one another.
Oh, you'll be doing a lot more than that. I want to make you my right arm in the team, an indispensable part of the team.
Sounds great.
Well, there's work for you to do too, Kane, if you want to join us. But either way, I'm warning you in advance. I intend to use this project as a means to keep in close touch with both of you.
And don't be silly. I mean, you don't need an excuse. You are always welcome here, Major.
How often do you think you'll be flying back into town?
Ah, that's the best part. I'm going to be making Santa Barbara my home base.
Oh, really? I just assumed that you'd be handling the administrative details back in Washington.
Yes, I understand that. But it makes much more sense for me to be here. You see, I have businesses in California, and I oftentimes shuttle back and forth from here to the Orient in their behalf. Now, since I want to get this project started as soon as possible, well, Santa Barbara as a home base couldn't be more ideal.
Okay.
It's perfect, as a matter of fact.
Excuse me, Major Hamilton, you have a phone call. You can take it up at the front.
Thank you. Excuse me for a moment.
So, what do you think?
I think it's a terrific opportunity for you.
But you're not exactly thrilled about my taking it.
What kind of ogre do you think I am? This is a worthy cause, and I can't think of anyone who'd handle it any better than you.
Why do I get the sense there's something else here? What's wrong?
I just am not too wild about having the Major back in my life on a regular basis.
Hey, I thought it was something like that. I really don't think you're being fair, though. The Major is a fascinating man. I mean, there's a lot more to him than stories about Vietnam.
Good, good. I'm glad you think so. You're the one that's got to work with him.
So you don't mind?
I don't mind. Really, I don't. Just promise me.
What?
We're not going to be having dinner with him 7 nights a week.
You got it.
Cruz, I don't understand. What does it matter if the bones are missing if you still have a bone in Chicago that's having tests run?
What does it matter? Somebody else has their hands on the only kind of evidence we have in this case. I hesitate to imagine who. I don't know why I waste my time trying to keep people from being needlessly hurt.
I should really tell my father.
Eden, you cannot do that.
Why? He has a right to know he's involved.
He's involved, yeah. Well, I think the fewer people know about this thing, the better off everybody's going to be.
You think he stole them, don't you?
I didn't say that.
You think he's guilty. You think my father murdered Hal Clark, don't you?
He's got to be bluffing. There's no way he could have gotten to those bones. I mean, what about the explosion?
Doesn't matter how he did it, Pamela. He did it.
Well, then we've got to come up with some story fast.
No more lies. No more. We keep covering our tracks. We keep digging ourselves deeper and deeper.
What about Eden? I'm sure she believes you.
I'm not really concerned about Eden. I'm really concerned about Cruise, because when he starts putting everything together, then it's all over.
We have to find some way to stop him from doing that.
Oh, really? How do you propose to do that?
Well, we can find somebody to take the fall for us. We can create something.
No, we cannot do that. No, we cannot. We've tried everything, and nothing's worked.
Exactly what are you suggesting?
What I'm suggesting, dear Pamela, is that it is all over. It's over. The only smart thing to do is to go to the police and tell them the whole damn truth.
He wanders the streets in a bathrobe and slippers. Is this the biggest mafia boss in America? I'm Tom Brokaw. Meet Vincent Gigante tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Joan Rivers, Bud McFarlane, Martin and Charlie Sheen suffered from it, and probably so do you. Stress. I'm Connie Chung.